Good morning, good morning. There's an Oklahoma greeting for you. It is August 2nd, and this will be a short video about how things are going around here at St. Paul Lutheran in Hull, Iowa. I hope you're all doing well. May God's blessings be with you. May you feel those. Sometimes we won't. Sometimes we are anxious. We worry about things. When Christ promises in your ear, however, there is no worry. But we go back and forth with this, and there is a word for us in the 12th chapter of Luke. That is the text for the 9th Sunday after Pentecost. So hope to see you all in church on Sunday if you can make it, and so that we can all receive a word from Jesus about worry, anxiety. That is certainly part of it in a longer text in that gospel reading. And sometimes you're going to feel tremendous grace from God. You'll actually feel this. A foretaste of the feast to come. You will actually feel this in this old earth, in this old world. And sometimes you will feel the weight of the world on your shoulders. And so thankfully we have a word from God that releases us from fear, from worry, from anxiety. And in Christ there is a comfort and a peace. So here are some things going on for this week. We've just scheduled something for the junior Lutherans, junior high and high school aged, for August 21st. We plan to meet here at the parking lot around 2:15 so that we can meet up with some kids that we met down at the youth event in Des Moines a week and a half or so ago from Heritage Lutheran Church in Brandon, South Dakota. We're going to meet them at Lake Pahoja Recreation Area. Might even bring a few kayaks and play some games and spend some really quality time and have a ton of fun with some kids that we met down there and with each other. So that just got scheduled. So put that on your calendar, junior Lutheran kids, and I hope you can make it. It should be a great time. Also on August 21st, we will have communion here on that Sunday, and it will be the first communion for 3 of our 6th and 7th grade kids that have not partaken in the Lord's Supper before. So that will be a special day for them and their families and all of us as we receive God's blessing, that word of forgiveness through the body and blood, and we feel that, we taste it, and He says, this is me for you. And what a wonderful promise it is for the forgiveness of sins that our Lord's Supper is, and a wonderful promise that we administer here in our church on the first and third Sundays of the month, typically. And so yes, we'll do some education around that for those kids that will have their first communion on August 21st. Our first session is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, at 4:30 at the Hull Public Library. Also happening tomorrow, on that Wednesday, our St. Paul Lutheran volleyball team will play again for the second Wednesday in a row at 6 and 7 p.m. is the schedule. And we were able to notch a couple victories, but win or lose tomorrow, it's going to be a lot of fun again. Should be quite warm, so we'll see how that goes. So those are a few things going on. Last week, I recorded a video more in skit form with my daughter Greta on my lap here in the office. And you can certainly use the words that are in that video, but as you pray, whether it's with your kids or your spouse or a friend or other family, anyone, or if you're by yourself, remember that you can bring your concerns also. What do you need? You can bring that to the God that hears you. And and certainly share the blessings, the daily bread that God has provided, that you are thankful for that day or that week. So that's something that, of course, you can do with your kids. Also, I hope that you are reminded of the treasure that you have in Christ's promise for you that we receive in baptism. This is a promise we receive in the Lord's Supper and through his word delivered for you. So remind one another of this promise. This is what Christ says, "You're mine and I am yours. I'm your God and I forgive you, my child. Nothing can separate you from me." So there are a number of words there that are the gospel, that we are forgiven. And it is Christ's trustworthy word that comes to your ear, that delivers you new. So may that promise be in your ear. I'll show you a Far Side comic for this week. Here is Noah building an arch instead of an ark. An ark, you fool, God says. I sure hope that God's word for you is loud and clear. If you're ever left from a sermon made to think that the law is still on your heart and on your conscience, I sure hope that the gospel comes through loud and clear with the words that I deliver in any sermon or any worship service. So if it's not loud and clear in your mind, in your conscience, come back to me and hopefully we can clear this up and I can quite clearly deliver a wonderful promise that is from Christ to you. Last week there was another Far Side about a burning building, and here we go again. Wait a minute, say that again, Doris. You know, the part about if we had some means of climbing down. And here they are, their building is the Ace Ladder Company. God does not give you a ladder and say, climb out of the mess you're in. He does not give you a ladder. This is not what a lot of us can picture the law as some type of ladder that by our own power we are to climb up as some sort of Tower of Babel to our Lord God. That is not the God you have. In fact, Christ takes away this imaginary ladder that we make for ourselves and instead says, there's no ladder here. It is done. Let me rescue you from the peril you're in, from the jeopardy you find yourself in the midst of sin and the law on your heart, and he delivers you from this. This is the gospel, not the ladder of the law. So may you remember that. He hasn't given you a ladder and say, hey, find your own way out, man. And this is a good word to receive. I'll leave you with a verse from 1 Corinthians chapter 9. For though I am free from all, this is the gospel, I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win more of them. This is the Apostle Paul describing what has happened to him. He is free from the law. There is no ladder for him anymore. Yet, he's a servant. And this is our Christian life. And for him, he will do all things and be all things. In this 9th chapter of 1 Corinthians. He will be a servant to all for the sake of the law. That's over. He will be all things to all people for the sake of the gospel, so that he might deliver Christ's promise to more ears that are Christ's, God's chosen, elect. So how are they elected? It is through the word that he has to give, that you have to give. And this is the word that you receive from my mouth right now. God's peace be with you. And so he is a servant, yes, to the gospel, being freed from the law. God's blessings to you, and I'll see you later.